What's good, my G's? It is I, your boy Snow. Ignorant Gamers in the house. How you doing? How you living? How you gaming? Talking about HR, but before I even get into that, want to say shout out to everybody who's been subscribed to us. And if you're coming across for the first time because of HR specifically, I am the dude that's been posting SOCOM videos to Corpse Can't Laugh channel. So I think you might want to fuck with your boy. Everyone else, subscribe. Give us a couple of videos. If you like it, you stay with us. Share it. Spread the word, yada yada, etc. If not, hey, it costs you nothing but a subscribe, and you will hear this message again, and I will remind you, you can unsubscribe if we haven't, but at least say what up. And again, to my HR people, G up, G up, G up. Now on to the video. We're looking at the release video of gameplay that SOF Studios have done this. And now for those who are on this channel, who've been subscribed, you must know that I am a big SOCOM fan, and this game HR is the spiritual successor of SOCOM. And the guys behind this originally worked on SOCOM 1, SOCOM 2, and then it gets a little scary after that, right? Because everybody wants SOCOM 2 HD so bad. And I've been kind of tight-lipped about the game for a little bit because there's a way that you need to approach something, and I think people don't understand what a spiritual successor embodies. Not what exactly it means, but there's something that people need to understand. Just because it's a spiritual successor does not mean it's that game remixed, okay? So this footage here, just to give you a backlog, this is the footage of some alpha mixed in with some beta, and this was opening up for those who signed up through the Kickstarter to get ready and get amped for the actual beta that happened. I think it stopped by now, and I had to let this breathe because I wanted to see some other people's actual gameplay. And I did not use this gameplay, but a lot of the people that were saying what I thought they were going to say, or what I was thinking when I seen this footage here, basically was saying exactly what I'm about to say to you by watching this footage. And in fact, because they actually played the beta, they was able to see more things that I couldn't foresee. I know that's a lot of fucking C's, right? Hoorah. So let me get to the point. First off, wait, hold up. That's called SOCOM karma, bitch. So the first thing right off the back, right, was the sound of the guns. When listening to this with the music in the air, the guns, I couldn't tell is if this was a mono or stereo without omnidirections to it. And I wasn't able to tell where these bullets were coming from. And I had my headset on when I watched this shit because sound is very crucial in video games. But I feel like people who play games like Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, SWAT, and SOCOM understood early in life how important sound was to your survival. You hear those gunshots? So I wasn't sure if it was something that was because they're outside in a wide area, that's what it's supposed to sound like based on what the camera position is. Like in car games, you have your audio, your cockpit view, your hood view, and your third person view, and they all sound different. So I didn't want to give up on that, but it seemed like this was a thing that people said in the actual beta. You couldn't really tell. The echoes were echoes, but you couldn't tell where they were echoing from. Now you hear the sound of the silencer just now. Ah, music to my ears, B. They even captured the exact sound from the silencer toot 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 sounds. I think it happens like fairly quickly around here, but like that felt good. Even that grenade at the end of the clip felt good. Now they're using the Unreal Engine 4, and for some of you guys who are not familiar with the engines, let me just go ahead and tell you that the Unreal Engine itself is a god engine. Respect that engine. Many of your games that you love have been built on or derived from that Unreal Engine. I think originally they were looking at the source engine for this, where if you Google or YouTube search SOCOM source, you might have feel like, oh, wait a minute, why you guys ain't do that? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Some of the other things here, you just see it. That guy, he could have easily taken out his partner just now and not even know it. And that's something that needs to be addressed ASAP. The other thing too was, graphically, in a distance, the game looks a little washed out by the color set. Now, of course, if you're playing in a underground board, or a board that has body structures of buildings and other things that can help to tell you what colors are what, that won't be much of an issue. However, in SOCOM, which will now be in H-Hour, we have these game modes that, you know, have to be played outside, or some of the maps have to be outside, and this is a real issue. You know, it's a real issue, and it's not really an issue for someone that's sniping. A well-placed sniper is always a well-placed sniper, but if someone can just sit up there and pick you off with an M4A1 on a solo shot, and it's muddy and they're wearing camouflage, they could just be standing out in the open. You just won't catch them. Why? Because your cursor doesn't turn red when you go over an enemy. Now you see the little red thing that kept popping up on the screen? That's because it lets you know that your gun, if you shoot your gun right now, the bullet ain't gonna go where the center of your crosshair is, because something is blocking it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that came from SOCOM. Now going back to the cursor and things that's missing, you can't tell where the gunshots are going from, because they used to put these little red arrows where the direction of what it was. The other thing too, it was like a good little indicator. The other thing too is, which you damn sure won't see here, and I haven't seen it on the footages that I was watching, is when your gun get hot, which was another term, gun hot, my gun hot. That's another term that we use in SOCOM when you're out with your gun, which if you watch SOCOM online multiplayer footage, you see a lot of us, we sit quietly with our grenades out. And the thing is, when you have your gun out and your character senses a human enemy in the area, he raises his gun into a ready position to shoot instead of a ready arrested position. So you know, I didn't really see that in here, and for me that was visual information that I hope does make it, because I've never really seen it in another game, and I know that that was crucial for me and for SOCOM. And it was one of those things that I expected the industry to pick up on that. And I think there was one PC game that I played that picked up on it. I can't remember the name of it, but you know, I loved it. Other than that, not shown here, but like there was this one guy who had footage. He basically was walking in and out through doors without opening the doors. And you know, if I was on a beta, just to take advantage of it so they would patch it, I would just do the third person view and just pop out on people all day. And I would even be an asshole and team kill people just to show them, like, you know, this is an issue. Like, this is a serious issue. Like, you need to address this. But what I really wanted you all to take away from this game is, this is definitely the soul of SOCOM. It will be its own thing. I think some of the things that's added in here will help the game move forward in this market. It's going to be a small market. If you've been a SOCOM player, of course, you already know the grind. You already know the struggle. Shout out to my boys, Drum Nut, you know, Billy, fucking the whole Nut Clan. I forget Homegirl's name. I'm so sorry, but all of them diligence working hard by keeping the SOCOM community alive on X-Link, where they're still using their PS2s to play SOCOM 2 through this X-Link service. And I haven't been able to do it for other reasons, and I'm so thankful that these guys are pushing that. You know, I really am, and I'm very, very, very thankful. And I'm sorry, bros, that I haven't been able to get on with you guys, especially Drum Nut, because I fuck with Drum Nut hard body. But you know, as this game is getting closer to release, I will be doing my part to at least help push this game. I hope you guys are able to jump on the, I know it's a PC thing, we spoke about that before, and if it does make its way over to the PlayStation, we're all hoping, you know, of course I'm gonna have it there too, regardless of the status. Because for me, Right now, this game is no better than any other fucking Steam game that, like DayZ, where they released an early access and it's just been in early access for I don't know how long, and it ain't complete, or they ain't fixed shit the way they supposed to be fixed. In this game, could it be that? Can we watch the evolution of that? Yes, it can be, and we can watch it grow, and then watch, you know, PlayStation and Xbox pick it up. And it feels weird for me even saying Xbox looking at this game, because, you know, their thing was Ghost Recon. That was their third-person shooter. Ours was SOCOM, and we respected our differences. But Ghost Recon is having a bit of identity crisis as well, so you guys better come get with it. In fact, for you guys who play Ghost Recon, if you have a PC, I'm going to tell you that Ghost Recon Online, aka Ghost Recon Phantoms, is probably better than Ghost Recon Future Soldier. But you know, again, the music, the movement of the players, you know, at first glance everything looks on point. There was some shit where it looked like the upper bodies don't move at all. The jumping animations were kind of fucked up, which you don't see the jumping animations in this clip released by SOF Studios, because they know, and I'm not mad at them for doing that shit. But you know, it's still a whip, a work in progress. I'm happy to see it here. It just, we're getting closer, and believe me when I tell you, this community is very vocal. Even if our numbers are small, we speak like it's 10 million. Because if we didn't, this game wouldn't be here right now. And again, I want to extend a super shout out to the people behind SOCOM Source, using the Counter-Strike Global Offensive thing. The only reason why I haven't jumped in on that is because I'm trying my best to keep Counter-Strike uninstalled from my machine at all costs, because truth be told, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the concept of SOCOM online if it wasn't for Counter-Strike. Do your math, people. And you know, it's good. I want to be supportive. I can't wait to have my hand at this. I can't wait. And I didn't do the beta for obvious reasons, but you know, I can't wait to get in to help spread and make my contribution to the community from my point of view. And it's not about downplaying or hiding. I'm just gonna speak from a very objective view. Try not to be biased to the SOCOM brand, and try not to be biased to my needs as a gamer today, because there are certain things that, you know, in today's standard, I mean, gaming from where I've been gaming from, there's just some things now that shouldn't be expected. It should just be standard. And the reason why I don't want to use the word expected, because it also borderlines today in the streetwise as entitled, you know. And I think a lot of times when we're trying to be passionate about things that we love and things that we like, we tend to be super powerful on a negative, and it's like the developers lose track of, well, what the fuck right did we did? Like, what is the things that we did that was right? You were so animated on a negative, you weren't that positive on the things that was positive. And for the sake of drawing this video out just a little bit more, because I'm not sure if I was extra negative, you know, again, I want to say that getting to this point, the music, the sound steps, the steps of the guns, of that toot 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 toot, the menus, oh my fucking god, yo, the score menu, the menu in general, like, thank you. The one thing that I've always hated about SOCOM games is the motherfucking scoreboard, the motherfucking menus. Oh my god, I've hated that shit. So H-Hour, already you're fucking 10 stars in my notebook just because of the menu settings alone. Like, I love you for that. Now, again, the graphical polish that's being added on layer, that's gonna come once they get more money and get backed and everything. But as of right now, I'm with it. I like it. I like that the SOCOM strafe is still there. I kid you not, as soon as I get my hand on this game, I plan on strafing everybody for no reason. Like right here, look at the left right motion. Now he's doing it kind of slow, but when you see actual players do it, you're gonna see them do it like whiz left, right, and I'm just gonna do it in situations that don't call for it, just because it's Legacy. God damn it. And I kind of like what they've done with the gun thing on the bottom left. I'm used to it being on the right. I would love to see it go back on the right, and I really don't want the kill feed on the right. But I also, some people were saying that they want to see what gun it was. Okay, whatever, that's fine. But I kind of want to know. I don't want to see everybody in red dead. If we are the green team and they are the red team, and my members go down, red needs to be on the left, so I know that the enemy killed somebody on my team. Because the one thing I'm not seeing is the head count on the screen, and that's crucial information too. Now maybe this was a strategic thing to make you check the scoreboard. I don't know, but I thought that was amazing that we had it, because it was so subtle. And again, I'm just loving where this is at right now. Even watching some of the other footage that is not here, the actual player footage, in a real test environment of players really getting at it with the dancing and everything, like, I'm happy. So, your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers, subscribe, like, comment, converse with us, and we'll get back to you. Your boy Snow, and I'm out. 1.